I'm David Hall. Thanks for tuning into this video all about major scales. This video may make complete sense to you, but it might make more sense if you've already watched my video on key signatures and on the cycle of fifths, because I will be referring to those things a lot. If you're ever asked to write a major scale, you'll need to be familiar with the cycle of fifths, and you'll need to know the order in which we write sharps and flats. Say, for example, you're asked to write a scale of E major. First, check the clef, and then, using semibrieves, because they're really clear, draw the 8 notes that you need, starting on an E, going up to the top E. Line, space, all the way. Then look for E on the cycle of fifths. It's over there with 4 sharps. E major scale has 4 sharps. This is where you need to know the order of sharps. Father, Christmas, gave, dad, and electric blanket. Father, Christmas, gave, dad. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, C, G, D. They are the sharps in E major scale. So I'm going to mark them in. F, C, G, D. And I'm done. That's E major scale. Maybe you'll be asked to write B flat major scale. Again, check the clef. Draw in your 8 notes starting on B, going up to B. Then look for B flat on the cycle of fifths diagram. It's there in position 2 on the flat side of the diagram. So B flat major scale has 2 flats. Blanket, exploded. The order of flats is blanket, exploded, and dad got cold feet. So we need B and E. I'm going to mark in the B flat at the beginning and also the B flat at the end, and then mark in the E flat. Although I've drawn 3 flats, that scale, we say it has 2 flats in it, B and E. The next one, F sharp major. Again, I'm going to check the clef. We're still in treble. Here's F. There's an octave. I look for F sharp on the cycle of fifths. It sounds like a hard scale, but this is no harder. You look for it, 6 sharps. Father, Christmas, gave, dad, and electric. You mark them in. Again, there are 2 Fs. Then you go Christmas, G, D, A, E, and you're done. One more, F major. We'll check the clef, and it turns out we're in bass clef this time. So I mark in a bass clef F. I go up to the higher F. Then I look for F on the cycle of fifths. F major scale has 1 flat, and the most common flat is B flat, blanket. So I mark in the B flat, remembering which clef I'm in, remembering it's bass clef. So that's how to draw major scales. Now these are all major, whether they're in treble clef or bass clef, whether they've got sharps, whether they've got flats. And it's great to be able to draw major scales and to be able to use major scales, because major scales are famously the happy scales.
At the piano, play 1 octave of each major scale. Start with C major and then proceed clockwise or anti-clockwise around the cycle of fifths. You should notice the similarities between adjacent scales.
Now I've said it before and I'll say it again. The cycle of fifths is a wonderful thing. And if you practice your scales in this order, it will make a lot of sense. The scales will sort of evolve as you go around the ring. If we start with C major, there are no sharps and flats. G major has an F sharp. D major retains that F sharp and adds a C sharp. A major retains the F sharp and the C sharp and adds a G sharp. Not only that, the fingerings are the same on this side of the diagram, and then they're similar to each other on this side of the diagram. So here's C, here's G, here's D. Now what I'm going to do actually is go around the other way, because I always like travelling anti-clockwise around this diagram. I'm going to play a scale in my right hand and a chord in my left hand. My fingers are a bit cold, but we'll see how we go. So this is a C major chord in the left hand, scale in the right. F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, F sharp, B, E, A, D, G, and back to C. If you don't have a copy of the Cycle of Fifths, you can easily get hold of a copy of this book. There's More to Playing the Piano by David Hall. And I would thoroughly recommend using this Cycle of Fifths as a way of practicing, an order for practicing all your scales. I just practiced all my scales in about 15 seconds. Admittedly, I didn't practice the coordination of hands together and I didn't explore the range of the piano, but I did every key. And not only did I practice every key, but these relationships are really useful later on when we come to composing and improvising and seeing how these keys relate to each other.